Hello, I'm Mary Lasky. I'm from the Johns Hopkins Applied Physics Lab, and I have been responsible for what we call business continuity planning, thinking about what would happen in a major disaster and planning for it, about how to recover. One of the things that I have done with that is that I belong to the Association of Contingency Professionals, and have also taken the Community Emergency Response Network, or CERN, in Howard County from becoming a 501c3 nonprofit organization. I've also been very involved with InfraGard, which is a public-private partnership with the FBI, and in particular I have been working with the National Electromagnetic Pulse Special Interest Group, or the EMP-SIG. We say in the EMP-SIG that we're looking at every major problem. And so we've looked at many different problems that could take down the critical infrastructure for a period of time. We've concentrated on what could happen if the grid goes down. If we didn't have any electrical power, life would change as we know it, especially if it was out for weeks or months or even a year. So how could this possibly happen? One way is by a cyber attack, and we've seen cyber attacks happening a lot in this country. So that's one way that it could come down. There was a physical attack in California where they were trying to take down the grid. So a coordinated physical attack could also happen. Space weather is another time that this could happen, with the sun shooting off a coronal mass disturbance that could take down the grid. Also, there are what is called radio frequency weapons, and a coordinated attack with them would cause what is called electromagnetic pulse, or an EMP. Or we could have an adversary shoot off a missile over the United States with a nuclear explosion that would cause an EMP and take out the entire grid of the United States. So Jim LeBlanc has written a book to concentrate on how individuals and families can be prepared. This is the building block for everything else on being prepared. As we saw in Katrina, there was a bad situation where the police and fire and rescue needed to be at home taking care of their families and didn't show up for work. So it comes down to people being prepared, people having their family prepared. It's really important that we start that, as I said, the building block. So in Jim's book, he talks about how people can have food, how they can have medical supplies, etc. And one of the best things that I think that he's talked about is what are the books that we should have on our bookshelf so that we could look up how to do things. Our grandparents or our great-grandparents were very good about how to do things and take care of themselves, but we don't know how to grow vegetables. We don't know how to do a lot of the things that the skills that we might need during a long period of time without electrical power. So having those books on your bookshelf would be very good. And he recommends some of these in his book. So I suggest that you get Jim's book and read it and take action on being prepared. Thank you.